what a stupendous basketball tournament that was. Let's just talk about how terrific that was. How we saw Cinderella. We saw the first 15 seed to make an Elite Eight. Whew. And then we saw a 15-point halftime lead in the national championship game evaporate.
Wow.
And in between, the team that blew that halftime lead ended Coach K's tenure in college basketball in North Carolina, and Duke, one of the most famed rivalries in the history of sport.
If not the most.
Having its first ever win or go home, do or die game for all of our viewing pleasure in the Final Four. And then all of the other, if you will, shining moments. And Kansas wins it all. The 1 seed wins it all. The only 1 seed to make the Final Four wins it all. And they come back from 16 points down, as a matter of fact. 38-22 this game was. After North Carolina fell down by 7, Kansas fell and could not get up. And it was all Carolina blue, and they took a 15-point lead at halftime. And I just simply do not know what was fed to the Kansas Jayhawks at halftime, either verbally or, literally. I don't know what the halftime meal was. I have no idea what whatever Bill Self was selling, that was bought. Hook, line, sinker, 100%. They came out, Kansas, with a clear, different level of energy in the second half of that game. Defensively, more than even on offense, defensively, they just shut it all down. They shut down Love, and they shut down Baycott, and they shut down Manic. They shut down all of it. And Kansas made its shots and executed better, took more jabs back from North Carolina, turned it over with 4 seconds to go.
Like what?
Had the ball, and all they needed to do is just get to the free throw line, and they couldn't even avoid stepping on the sideline.
What was that?
Like, could you imagine losing the game like that?
Twice stepped on the sideline. But they defended, and they made their shots. And they also were the better team at the very end of the day. And I think, to me, so much is made of Brown's game and Remy Martin making huge shots, man.
Big time threes.
And how about that line from Raftery, who was at the top of his game with Grant Hill and Nance last night? And when he hit one late, he goes, "It's great to have Remy late in the evening, a little Remy late in the evening." I love that man.
That was amazing.
I just love Bill Raftery, too. And just put it all together, and I think it comes down to this. North Carolina's inability. They just couldn't get it done. Inability to get David McCormick picking up his 4th foul in the second half of that game. He had 3 fouls coming out of halftime. Big man down low for Kansas. They could not get a 4th on him. Now, you could say the ref stunk or what have you, and this may have something to do with Armando Baycott finally withering away with his ankle injury that knocked him briefly out of the game against Duke on Saturday night, and his ankle finally giving way on what appeared to be a loose floorboard, by the way.
Yeah, that was really bizarre.
Okay. And he finally just, couldn't go, had to leave the game. But I just don't know. He was not active. He wasn't as active. At some points, even Raftery and Grant Hill were pointing out he wasn't even moving around on offense. Couldn't get McCormick to pick up that 4th foul until less than 5 minutes to go. Could you imagine if that 4th foul had come with 15 minutes to go? Could have blunted that comeback. And with 5 minutes to go, that 4th foul isn't as significant, obviously. And who scored the last 2 field goals for Kansas to give them the lead and the comfortable win? I mean, the comfortable margin, I guess, that became more uncomfortable with that turnover with 4 seconds to go. But McCormick, I think that's what it comes down to. But Kansas got it done. Congratulations to the Jayhawks. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.